My name is Yarom from Ghana, in the Volta region, up at the rice mill at Avalavi. Yeah, we mill rice here from the local women who buy the rice from the farmers. And they brought it here, they dry it, and then through the process we mill it for them and they take it to the market.
How far is this from Accra?
That is about 3 hours drive to Accra.
Okay. Can we see the inside of the factory?
Okay. Let's see the inside of the factory. Yeah, and this is the rice milling machine. This is what we have right now, and this is what we are using for milling the rice to the women. And at this area, this is the biggest around here, and we use for the women for grinding the rice. And again, we have a corn mill here, but we took it out for another machine. But the machine is not in here right now, so right now we're using only this.
How does it work?
It's a one-pass milling machine that you put the rice here, there's a rubber roller here inside. Then it will take the husk out. The husk will go outside. Then it gets into the milling chamber. And from the milling chamber to this box, and we have the rice bran here, which people buy for their animals, those who rear animals. And it's where we get our white rice. But from here we have the brown rice. Then when it gets into the polishing chamber, then we have the white rice.
Can you demonstrate with the machine? How does it function?
You can come to this area. Let me show you how it functions. Yeah, when you put the rice inside this bucket, it comes here. This bucket. It comes here into the rollers. These are the rubber rollers inside here. So these rubber rollers will dehusk it. After dehusking, the husk will go outside.
Okay.
Then it comes here to the polishing chamber. There's the polishing chamber here. There's the polishing chamber, and from here that rice turns to white rice. Then it comes out of here into this. Then we have our white rice. That's what they do.
Which rice do you make more of?
That's the white rice.
White rice?
Because the local people here, they like the white rice than the brown rice. Okay. And these are some of the milled ones being backed here. This one standing here is what we use for blowing the dust out of the rice after milling. We use this manual. It's made locally here, and you just turn it by your hand, then it blows the dust out of the rice, the milled rice. And this one to the same thing. That's the same.
You just stick it inside of here?
You put it inside here. Then the dust comes from here. The rice comes from here. That's how it happens. This one is milled, and this one we yet to dry it and then mill. All these ones are milled rice. They are milled already. Yeah, this is the area that we dry the husk rice, the rice that is with the husk, and this is it. They dry it on this tarpaulin for about 2-3 days before it gets dry, and we see that there's no moisture in it that will disturb the machine. After we test it and we see that it's okay, then they send it to the room, then we mill it for them. And
this is basically straight from the field?
Yeah, this is basically straight from the field.
How much is it?
That is, you mean this?
Yeah.
Or
how many kilos or pounds is this?
Well, this about some 800 kilos. This will be about 800 kilos. And here, this is where we have the rice brand for the animals, and this is the store that we store the paddy rice. So if you want to see it, I can open the door so that you check it out. And come get a key. Okay, this is the storeroom. This is where we store, we give to the women to store their rice. It's for different people. They store it here. When we off season, then they start to bring it out and dry it for milling. We don't charge for this, for the storage, because we have 2-3 other mills here, so we use this to take our customers, to hold them here, because they don't have accommodation to store, they don't have storage places, so they store it here. When we off season, then they take it and mill. So that's what we do. This is for somebody else, this is for somebody else, for different people here. This is the corn mill, but we're not using it right now.
How does that machine work?
It's called the hammer mill machine. So you put the maize here, or the corn, then it goes through and pass here, comes down here, and it use air to blow the powder out. So, so that's how it works. So we're going to where the rice bran is for the animals, and to see how that one too looks like. So, okay, this is the brand room where we store the rice brand from the milling machine for the animals. Okay, this is the rice brand for the animals. People usually come here to get it, to buy it for their animals. They use it as feed for the animals. And there's it here. This some of the sacks that they fill it into, and these are some too. These are the small ones, and these are the medium. The big ones are not here right now to show you. and we have different prices for these and this. So that's how it works. And this is also some paddy rice here.
What kind of rice is that?
This paddy, the same rice we see outside here. It's the same, but because the storeroom is not enough for them, we give them part of this to store the rices. In the other room too, we have paddy rice like this there. So this rice, normally we put rice bran into all this, but this time we're using match rollers to take the husk out, so we have just a little space for it, so that it can store there paddy rice. So I do.
How big is the factory, the rice mills? How many mills do we have?
We have about 3 other rice mills, factories, excluding this. This one is the 4th.
They all located in this particular area, or they?
No, 2 is located at this particular area. One in the quarters, one in the village, and the other one is at the end of the beginning of the farm, where the farm started from.
How big is the farm?
It's about 2,500 hectares. That is the size of the farm, the land.
How long have you been working here?
That's about 8 years, 8 to 9 years from now. Yes.
What are some of the things you do daily, like every day?
Well, in the morning we get ready and we come here to open the door for the women to get their rice out for drying. And after that we start a machine, the rice milling machine, to start our production.
Do you enjoy what you do?
Can. Sometimes it's a little bit tough. We we get tired, but still we have to do it. Sometimes we do 24 hours, from morning to the next morning, and sometimes we close at midnight. Those hours we get it a little bit tough, but we are here for that, so we have to stay by it.
What's the nutritional value of the rice?
Well, with the white rice, it's not that much compared to the brown rice. What we use the brown rice, and the local people, they use the white one because they're familiar with the white one, and they don't like the brown one. They don't like the color of it, how it looks. They don't like it, and compared to the red one too, the red rice, they don't like it. So with the nutritional values, the brown one is more nutritious than the white one.
Can I see how the brown, the white, and the red look?
Can say it. Let's get to the machine room.
Okay.
So this is what they do by drying the rice. This is how they do it. This is the process of drying the rice.
What, they just spread it out?
They spread it out for the sun to beat it. That's what they do. No, they just, after it gets lit, they just pack it at heap it at how you say it, those ones. Then the next day they come and dry it again by spreading it.
How many days does it take to dry?
It depends on the weather, how the sun comes, but usually it's 2 days. That is the maximum. All right. Then she here. Em nhớ qua có hỏi được qua trường quả tài chú hè chú ba đề
Đây ai cho apa mago no ma ba lo de bo ma be.
So after that you had a little talk with the woman. She's one of the biggest customers that we have here.
One out there?
No, this one here.
She's one of the biggest customers. How much rice does she buy a day?
What she does is this is all for her, and she gives us a lot of work to do. Last year she gave us 1,000 sacks, and this time she promised of giving us about 2,000 sacks to meal. So that is a lot of work.
Okay, who is she?
Okay, she's called Sister Celestine, and she's one of our customers. I mean, one of the biggest, and she gives us a lot of work to do. In fact, last year she gave us about 1,000 and something sacks of rice to meal, and this time she promised more than that. Right now we meal about over 1,000 sacks already, and
2,000.
Just for her? Just for you?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's for her. So she's putting us into business. So in some ways we take good care of her whenever she needs our assistance.
What kind of rice do you prefer? What kind of rice do you prefer?
That is the white rice, because that is for the local people. That's what they like. So she gives them that. So this some.
All these rice is for you?
Yes. Okay, make your wife cover.
How much is the sack of rice?
That's 60
60.
Ghana cedis. It's the new currency. And there's some of the package here and this one.
My dad wants to know. I don't.
Do you want to see how it is? So we can.
Sure, okay.
This is her logo.
Logo? Does she have a business?
Yeah, okay.
Impressive.
Oye, encima hueco una foto de mí. Mañana la foto con claro coche. Nana woga. Nana woga. Anh em á chú hả? 저희 미 맛이나 봐. Hey, Adam! All right, we're about to demonstrate how the rice goes through the machine and the milling process. Good. So I'm about to start the machine and we see how it works. Okay, here's where we start the machine. So this is the brown rice. This is how the brown rice is. So after this, you polish it, then it turns to white rice. So it's the same rice that we use. We polish and then turn to the white rice with this round metals. This is what helps the polishing roller, the iron roller, to polish the rice to white rice. So if you take this out, then you get in brown rice. That is just the gasket. But if you put this one on it, then to polish it.
What does it do? That just takes that
this one it holds the rice inside because it's heavy. The rice he has to push it. By pushing, before he can push it, then the rice will be in the polishing chamber for some minutes.
Okay.
Then it will polish it because the roller will go round and round in the same process. Then you turn to white rice. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. How was the red rice?
The red rice is done like the brown rice. How we do the brown rice? You just let it pass through the machine without polishing it.
That's the red rice right there?
Can, this is the red rice.
It's basically the same process of the brown?
Can, because it's through the same process that the brown. Just like how we do the brown rice.
Okay. Can you take me to the fields?
You say?
You take me to the fields where it grows?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Adam.
All right, I'm about to take you to the rice field where the rice is grown, so we can see how the rice looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, is that okay? What I'm saying is, this is the rice field. We have 11 sections. That is on the whole project. We have 11 sections, and each section has 120 acres. That is each section. So, if you locate in a place, a particular place on the field, we have A, B, C, D on each section. We have A on section. Right now we're on section 9. That's where we are right now. And there is A7. This plot A7 farms on the field, on the project. So this is the rice. This is how it grows. Then those white ones that you see there, that's how the flower comes. Those thin ones that you see in there.
Those are what?
Those are the rice. The rice. This one is not it's now growing. This is the young ones. It's now growing. But those ones you see, when the rice is starting to shoot, you see all the field will be white.
Oh, I see.
So those white ones, thin ones, those are the rices. Particular rices that. But this one is coming. For some 2-3 weeks for it to start shooting.
2-3 weeks? How long does it take to plant all of the land?
The whole the farming, it takes 3 months, 3 to 4 months for the rice to be sown and then ready. Okay. What I was saying is
this is the minor season, and it's not all the project that grow the rice on the minor season. Some people grow okra and some grow rice, and this is a minor season. So right now, this is how the rice looks like. You just prepare the land, you sow the rice, and then rain visit the rice, germinate, then you do whatever, you fertilize it. After that, some weeks and the project is been on irrigation. So the canal is there, and we have sub laterals for bringing the water into the farm. So after that, you take the water into the farm, you have to fertilize it. And this one is being fertilized already, so that's why you can see the green color of it. And compared to this one, you see this one here is kind of yellowish. They just apply the fertilizer. It didn't start working yet. Compared to this one, you see this one is green. So this the difference between it. If it's been fertilized, this is how it looks like.
Is that a rice field over there too?
All this area, this rice, everywhere, this rice. You go down there, it's rice.
All of this is our fields, or this is other people?
No, this for local farmers. We don't have a rice field. We don't have a rice farm. We just the market women, they just buy it from the farmers. Then they
Bring it to us?
then we mill it for them. We process it for them to become white rice. So that's what we do. Basically, we don't have a rice farm. So this is where we get the brown rice and the white rice. So that is that.
Does the red rice grow out here too, or it grows differently?
Usually it was grown here, but the people here, they don't like it. As they say, not sweet, so they don't grow it here anymore. Just one or two farmers. So it's some kind of skill to get it. Before you get a red rice to buy, you have to struggle for it. So all this is white rice, the white perfume rice. Yeah, this everywhere. It's perfume. We have different varieties, but this is the most expensive one. So people just decided not to grow the other ones because they are not costly. And due to the expenses, the expenses are the same on the perfume, and the other ones, Kabila, Tos, is the same expenses, but this one is more costly when it's being produced. It's more costly than the Kabila and the Tos. So everybody decided to grow the perfume. So all this year is perfume rice.
Would you like to add anything to the process?
Hmm.
Would you like to add anything?
No. They don't. They just, after harvesting the rice from the farm, it's manually harvested. You just use sickle, and then they cut it by hand. They thresh it on a threshing board. Then they convey it to the drying floors. These buildings are where the drying floors are. So each section have a drying floor. All right. My name is Yarom Ben Nasik Gabriel Hagado, and I'm from Ghana in the Volta region. I work at a rice mill for the nation, the kingdom of here. That is Edenic mills, and I've been in the kingdom for 6 years, and been working for at a rice mill for about 8 years. That is when I started working at the mills before I been graduated into the kingdom. And this keeper here is the CFF keeper, the chosen first fruits. That is what we do here and who I am.
Okay.
Todoraba.
Would you like to add anything or anything at all?
Well, what I would like to add is we just need some assistance. That is the rice machines, the milling machines. What we have now is kind of tired. We've been using that for some past years and we need to change it. So that is the process in which we are. So we need an assistance to get into the business, like how the woman that we've talked to. She's, if we were to have a bigger machine, I mean, what we are doing right now, about 1,000 sacks. If we have a bigger machine, we will do 2,000, 3,000 sacks from the woman alone, and that will be more people will come from everywhere because we have the biggest machine, and the processing will be genuine. Our milling will be genuine, and that's what we need right now. That's what I would like to ask. Okay. So, Todaraba. Shalom, shalom.